This is Dal Houston, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. My videos address how to change your circumstances in life, whether they be financial, personal, social, or just life in general. I know there are hundreds, if not thousands, of similar sites. With that said, for better or worse, I just see the world differently than others, and I can tell you without any hesitancy that you will find thoughts, strategies, and ideas here you won't find anywhere else. It is my sincere hope you will find the content interesting and enjoyable. Thank you. Hey guys, Dal here this morning. Here's what I got on my mind today. And I want you to have, I'm going to ask you something. This is an exercise for you. If you want to change the way you see the world, which is first important, before you actually change your world, you got to change the way you see the world. Now, I will say it's a kind of a step progression. Once you change the way you see the world, you may take a couple steps in changing your world. Then you got to go back and still keep working. It's a continual process. It's not, hey, one day I changed my world and everything's fine. With that warning. Second warning, I'm going to tell you something that as much as 10 years ago, had somebody said this to me from where I came from, and I'll be honest, I came from kind of a narrow-minded, closed group of people. You know, where I came from, my ranching and farming background, if someone had said, you know, think about your brain for a while. Think about your dreams for a while. And so what the goddamn hell is this Fruit Loop talking about? What the hell? Now, so anyway, I really want you to put, if you're of that mindset, I want you to put it aside for a while, okay? I had to learn to do it. It can be done, okay? But here's the thing. This morning, before I woke up, I just had the craziest dreams in the world on so many fronts. I was with a group of young adults traveling Ireland in an old beat up school bus from the 50s. I've nothing against Ireland, but there's a lot of places, if I was just going to dream it and think it, that I'd probably rather go. Going with a bunch of college kids or older high school kids, probably not high on my desire either. Nothing personal against you, if that's what your age group is. And certainly not in an old school bus. You know, hey, you're gonna have a good dream. Let's do something. You know. But here's what I found so interesting. And by you acknowledging just how damn creative your mind can be, you can begin to say, gosh, maybe there is a lot more out there. But here's what I was thinking. Here I am on this school bus with seemingly hundreds of kids, and my mind gave each one of those an identity. It painted or concocted in its brain up there their hair color, their hairstyle, their eyes, their face, how tall they were, how heavy they were, what clothes they had on. We were then driving through a town, and it put storefronts there. It put names on storefronts. There were big windows that had candy, that had food, that had home breweries, or not home breweries, but breweries. And all the pipes were there. Pipes and valves and tubes. And you think about that. I've seen breweries and I've seen people, but to concoct that just from thin air, and put me there, and then to concoct the conversations that I heard, the conversations I had, the things that I thought the things that other people said. There were speakers. We would go from location to location, and there would be a speaker. And there were people asking the speaker questions, had nothing to do with anything I do. And I'm like, when I woke up, I was like, holy crap, where does this stuff come from? Well, the answer is, I don't know, okay? I don't know. But the point of my talk this morning is to realize how vast the computing power, the creative power, the visualization of your brain there is. Yeah, we all have dreams, and most of the time you take them for granted. Say, boy, I had a weird dream last night. I don't know what that was about. But we never stop to say, oh, well, we do. We do say, well, I wonder what that was about. And I'm not saying, what was that about? I'm just trying to get us to consciously acknowledge the vast computing power of that brain that we have, and acknowledge it. Once you acknowledge it and say, gosh, really sit down there and think about how vast that is, then we can begin to kind of say, you know what, maybe I don't know everything about my life. Maybe I don't know everything about where I'm going, what's happened, why I've done it, what I can do to change it. Once you do this, and I'm not saying it's simple, believe me, but it is a really, really helpful exercise to say, gee, wow, think of that. I got this, it's like a computer, this vast computer at home sitting there, and all I'm doing is playing freaking little pissy ant games on it, when I could be putting all kinds of equations and information through it to educate myself, to learn from it. Now, I'm just playing this stupid ass game on it, okay? Same thing with us. We play this. Here we got this vast thing, and all we're doing is going through some pissy ant daily life on cruise control, and sitting around saying, oh, I wish I had this or I had that. I wish my life was different, and never realizing how we got this incredible power, this incredible tool right there at our hand, if we learn how to use it. And you're never going to learn to use it completely, because it is so incredibly vast. I can't tell you how many times, and I'm not getting into ESP, I don't know if it exists, I don't care. All I know is how many times I've had it where a client will bring something into me that maybe is it doesn't have to be out the door tomorrow, okay? And it kind of gets shoved to the back corner of my desk. And 6 months later, I'll have a dream. And I'm like, God, I got to get that damn file done. You know, I told them 6 months ago I'd get it done. Haven't heard from them. Haven't heard a peep from them. So the next day I'll go to the office and I'll pull that file up, maybe be looking at it, and the receptionist will say, Dal, so-and-so on line 2. It's that client. Where did that come from? How did that work? And again, I'm not here to promote a theory. I don't know what it is. That's not my game. All I know is there is something vast to us as people that we're not using. So if you really, really, really want to change your life, if you really want to change how you think about life, see life, process life, think about it. Sit down, put everything else aside for an hour or even 15 minutes. Go have a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, a Coke, somewhere quiet where your friends won't bother you, and sit down and just say, wow, think about it. Think about it. Challenge you guys. Hey, I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy it. Be honored if you'd do it. Thanks.